We finally got the premiere of Monday Night Raw. We got a unique stage, an amazing theme song, interesting commentary, every time Jerry Lawler sees anything slightly dangerous. We even got the Pyro back. Finally, Brock Lesnar's entrance makes sense. Wasn't the whole point of that was to get the Pyro? It wasn't perfect though. I don't understand the choices of the Pyro. For example, Alexa Bliss has Pyro. Alexa Bliss has Pyro. AJ Styles, on the other hand, someone who has a sound effect of a Pyro in his theme song, does not have a Pyro. How does that make any sense at all?
Is a 16-time world champion.
Like I've said, the show was not perfect, and this was possibly the greatest wrestling moment of 2019. Many people are wondering why Brock Lesnar attacked Rey Mysterio and his son. No one knows, I know. I know the answer. I even got Rey Mysterio right here to explain his actions.
You all know that I'm the master of 619, and I needed some fresh milk from Brock Lesnar's farm. I wanna grow as tall as Dominic, so we decided to steal some milk.
Disgusting. And to be quite honest with you, I kinda understand Brock Lesnar's actions. Is this CM Punk? Is this John Morrison? Who could it possibly be? Believe me, people, it was huge. Poor Rusev. Welcome everybody to another episode of Greatness of Raw, a brand new era of Monday Night Raw, and I gotta be honest people, I did like the show, kinda, but then again I expected more. It was one of the weirdest episodes of Monday Night Raw I've seen in a while. And surprisingly, Bray Wyatt was not the weird thing. But yeah, the logo looks great. I love the theme song, reminds me of SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. The intro looks great. I'm pretty sure it's going to change in the near future because we're getting a draft. The stage looks interesting. It doesn't look good, but it doesn't look bad. It's unique, and just for that, I like it. I mean, the graphics, the Superstar graphics look pretty nice on it, so I'm not gonna complain. At least it's something different for once. And of course, people, the Pyro is back, and Brock Lesnar looks even more intimidating. I forgot how much Pyro gives to a character. I like that. And I even like the commentary. It's not the best, but I kinda miss hearing Jerry Lawler, even though we heard a lot. Like, we heard a lot of I didn't think it was that bad. The other two guys definitely need more character though. It feels way too official, and I'm pretty sure these two are from 205 Live if I'm not wrong. I wish WWE didn't get rid of Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton. I thought they were just fine. Rey Mysterio comes out of the ring, and his son Dominic is shown in the front row. Rey Mysterio gets on the microphone and talks about his upcoming match against Saffron later tonight. But then, out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar comes out. Just like I've said, we got the Pyro. Brock aggressively grabs Rey Mysterio's microphone, gives it to Paul Heyman, but then Rey Mysterio grabs it from Heyman, and we got an F5. And this is where I'm just gonna show you what basically happened. A lot of beatdowns on Rey Mysterio, on his son Dominic, and that looked so aggressive. Like, he's not even as aggressive as he is on Dominic as he was on like Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins. He really dislikes Dominic. And that was possibly the greatest thing I've seen in a while, and that was definitely the highlight of Monday Night Raw. Now, the thing with Paul Heyman is, I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman had something to do with that segment. He likes to open Monday Night Raw with something impressive, like with the stage breaking with Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. With this, I mean, the opening is important, but that's just about it. Like, nothing really came even close to that. But my man just destroyed Dominic, and then he came back and he destroyed them both again. Rey Mysterio was crying. Lovely, just lovely stuff. We got Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss. Twitter probably exploded. You know what hell looks like? It's basically just a bunch of tweets from Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks fans. I mean, not the best first match for the new era of Monday Night Raw. It wasn't bad. But who really cares? I mean, Sasha Banks won. After the match, Becky Lynch hits the ring, and she even got some kind of pyro. I mean, she got smoked, looked pretty great. Looked great, in front of the Titantron. We got the brawl, Sasha retreats, and Becky basically talks some trash on Sasha Banks. It was pretty much irrelevant, who cares? What's also interesting is that at Hell in a Cell, we only got 3 matches confirmed. That was the final episode of Raw before Hell in a Cell. Are you going to tell me that other like 5 or 4 matches are going to be announced on social media. We got Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus Heavy Machinery for the Raw Tag Team Championships, and that was surprisingly a very good match. Maybe I should not say surprisingly, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and especially the ending. Like, this zigzag looked amazing. That was probably the first time I've seen a running zigzag. Then we got a super kick, then we got another super kick, then we got a glorious DDT, and they retained the championship. So this probably definitely confirms that Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, as long as they are the Raw Tag Team Champions, well, they're not getting drafted to SmackDown. As much as I prefer Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown, Monday Night Raw is going to be the B show right now, so maybe you're going to find more opportunities on Raw. Unfortunately, it's gonna be weird to get used to it. Then we got The Miz TV. I really don't like The Miz anymore that much. He's acting like a fanboy, like a mark for every legend that comes back to the WWE. Like, that's the only way WWE used The Miz, and that's exactly what happened right here. I'm so happy to be right here in front of Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair! Anyway, it was pretty funny because we almost got a Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan brawl. They argued which one is better. Well, Ric Flair, for the most part. Someone gave Ric Flair a microphone. People chanted one more match. Now, do you want to kill these guys? What are you talking about? One more match? Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan are like 500 years old. Anyway, out of nowhere, turns out we're gonna have a Crown Jewel match. They came up with that just like that. Yeah. A 5-man tag team match. A Survivor Series themed match. Team Flair versus Team Hogan. Hogan got Seth Rollins. Ric Flair got Randy Orton. I popped for that. I'm not gonna lie. I really popped for that. Evolution. Flair also got Baron Corbin. We got a brawl. Rusev came out and he saved Seth Rollins. So Rusev joins Rollins. It's gonna be interesting, but these kind of pay-per-views don't necessarily feel canon, if that makes any sense. Like, it's the most random thing you could imagine. What about Team Hogan versus Team Flair at Crown Jewel? I should also mention Baron Corbin basically interfered before Randy Orton's and Seth Rollins match because these two were supposed to face off, but Baron Corbin came out and then Rusev came out, so yeah, whatever. Rey Mysterio is not gonna be there tonight anymore, so Seth Rollins is going to face someone else. Rusev is backstage for an interview. He says he doesn't want to talk about his personal life when he was asked about Lana. I don't know what he meant. Are they in real life breaking up? I'm not quite sure, I don't care. But basically he said that he wants a title shot against Seth Rollins, and that's why he saved him. I mean, who really cared? Rusev versus Seth Rollins? I mean, it's already predictable, let's not even talk about that. But, I mean, in the main event, it should have been like Randy Orton, let's be honest. The Viking Raiders versus Gallows and Anderson was a total filler, nobody really cared. The Viking Raiders won the match. Cesaro basically said that he wanted to beat Dominic. I mean, everybody hates Dominic. I don't even like Dominic. Ricochet came out and basically challenged him. We got the match, pretty entertaining, something we've seen before multiple times, of course. Nothing changed, even the result didn't change. Cesaro lost again, like always. Ricochet used Rey Mysterio's finisher and won the match. I'm pretty sure he did it for Dominic. No, but seriously, kudos to Dominic, he handled that perfectly. Like, the way he sold Brock Lesnar's moves. We got a Firefly Funhouse, and the rabbit is dead. And they basically talked about the horror that Seth Rollins is in when he's going to face the Fiend. Bray says it's okay to be scared. He's scared too, because there's nothing to like about Hell in a Cell. Like I've said before, I cannot wait for the match. I don't think there's anything that they can possibly do with this rivalry, and that might be an issue with the Fiend in general. What can they possibly do different? Is he going to be behind someone all the time? The lights are going to disappear and the Fiend is behind someone in every single rivalry? Something needs to change already. We got AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander for the United States Championship. The match was good as expected. It was kinda unfortunate though because it was the premiere of Monday Night Raw, a big episode of Raw, a big week of wrestling, and Cedric Alexander didn't win the match. Styles gave him a Styles Clash and won the match, and that was about it. Like I've said, pretty unfortunate. The premiere of Monday Night Raw, I expected WWE, to give him a championship. We got Lacey Evans versus Natalya for the 100th time. Lacey rolls her up after a short match for the 3 count. Immediately after the match, Natalya gets to her feet, but Lacey drops her with the women's right. Yeah, that was My favorite moment of the show. Maria Kanellis is backstage for an interview and she says that Rusev is not the father. Really? She said that Rusev has enough going on with Lana. I didn't really get it. What's happening? I think none of us got it. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a second. Yeah. I'm the boss, and I'm gonna make Becky Lynch tap out. Yeah, we got that promo as well, from my favorite wrestler of all time. So who's in this limousine? We're gonna find out up next on this episode of Greatness of Raw. So we got Saffron versus Rusev. Nothing really special. I mean, it wasn't even about the match. It was basically done for one segment and one segment only. Out of nowhere, Bobby Lashley comes out. He is the guy in the limousine, yeah. Totally not disappointing. Exactly what I expected. Fun. Bobby Lashley points at the Tron, you know, he wanted to introduce someone. He did it like 6 times for like 4 minutes because apparently, I don't know what happened. Maybe technical difficulties or what's supposed to happen like that. I'm not quite sure. Lana's music hits and they start hugging and I was like, okay, this is a storyline I don't want to see. Whatever, they have something going on. And then they start kissing for 5 minutes straight. Making out. These are married, aren't they? Rusev and Lana? I'm pretty sure they were fine with that. I mean, they accepted that. But for me, it felt uncomfortable. Like, I know they are a real-life couple. It kind of felt weird. Like, Rusev had to watch that. Like, I would rather get fired than participate in that kind of storyline. There's one tweet that I really liked. Rusev and Mike Kanellis, the Young Cucks. Anyway, the Fiend interrupts. He attacks Saffron, so we got the same stuff. This time it was better, it was shorter. Anyway, you get the point. The Fiend is a scary, spooky guy. Ooh, I'm with a mask. I'm a spooky, spooky guy. Right now, Bray Wyatt is the biggest babyface in the WWE. He saved Rusev from all this misery. I've seen it that way. But yeah, people, a decent episode of Raw. I mean, at least we're talking about it, so I'm gonna give it 6.5 out of 10 just because I expected a little bit more. The beginning was amazing, the ending was fine, interesting, shocking in a way. Other than that, pretty mediocre show. I don't know, I expected a bit more. The intro is going to debut in a couple of weeks, you know, because we're gonna get a draft. So here's that. Thank you for watching this video, hopefully you enjoyed, and as always, the great one, peace, love, and hugs.